Welcome back to the podcast. I'm Mike,
I'm Duran.
and this is part two. If y'all didn't catch part one, y'all might want to go back and listen to that because we picking up right where we left off. So, Duran, would you be okay with your significant other, if you weren't married, spending Father's Day with their child's father?
No, because last time I was trying to make solutions for it, rationalize it. No, I would not be okay with that. And where that's stemming from is from a previous episode you got to go back to, is where I was like, hey, anything about my kids or a kid and I'm in a parental role, I don't play because kids don't deserve nothing short of greatness. And
That is true.
to be playing with a kid's life, and because you want to be indecisive and non-responsive or responsibility, you don't want to have responsibility. That's crazy, and I'm not about to be in that boat. I don't play about that. I'm like, I heard somebody over that. That's one way to get to me real quick. Usually, I have the utmost patience with things, but when it comes to kids and playing around with stuff they got going on, nah, because they ain't got the ability to fight like how we can. It's a difference when a kid can stand up to themselves and do stuff, but it's a different realm of adulthood.
And you are thinking like a father or a dad. But as we talked about in the last episode, there's I think there are so many men and women nowadays that I truly don't consider moms or dads.
And I agree with you, but we have a standing disagreement about how that's approached.
Here's where I'll give you this. I'll say legally they are a parent. They are a parent. But just because you are legally a parent doesn't, in my opinion, mean that you're a mom or a dad, because those titles are earned.
I'm not even gonna say legally. I'm gonna say if you help make a child, you are a parent. Legally, those rights that you have can be taken away from you.
Yeah.
But the title can be stripped. And I'm not looking at it like, oh, it's something you wear where you like, yeah, I'm a dad, but I don't take care of my kids. It's just like you got kids and you're not there.
See, and I think that's where I'm getting hung up on, is that mom and dad title. Like, legally, I mean, legally or not, you are a parent if you have a child.
That's the only thing I'm saying. I agree with you on the other part. There are bad parents and people who don't do stuff, so you don't deserve to be called a parent. But if at the end of the day, you still are a parent to a child that you don't care for, so you don't deserve to be called that, but you do got kids, and that's on you to deal with that or whatever that come with. Then we jump into, like I was telling you, auntie and uncles coming up into that role. And I'm telling you that because I got like 50 million nieces and nephews. As you got nephews and nieces, you know what they're here for. You gotta be there. But one thing I tell them, and I don't, at least for me, I can't supersede your parent. So if your parent comes up and says something right now, if it ain't out of pocket, where I need to intervene as an adult, then you have to do what they say, because you got to respect your mother and father regardless of the choices they make.
See, and and that's where I think that comes on like that's kind of a dual thing for me, right? Because, like, none of my sisters' kids, their dads are in any of their lives except for one.
Right, but you're stepping up as in the uncle role and into the manhood role to let them see that this is how, if your dad was around, this is how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be treated like this. Let me show you what normalcy looks like in this thing, since you have a unique case.
Right.
Like this.
So part of that.
But
go ahead.
What you said was their parent ain't there in their life, right?
Right.
So there's nothing for you to worry about superseding, because there's nothing preceding you, right? So
Right.
there's our deadbeat dad. So in your case, you're just being the superseding uncle doing what you're supposed to do, which is what we do. The hero, not all heroes wear capes. So we there. We do that. They'll remember it and appreciate it. But I'm saying there are situations where some people still have their parent or there's some there or somebody's around, and I'm like, unless it's putting your life in danger, if they tell you you gotta leave or you gotta bounce or do something, you got to go. Like,
But which parent are we talking about? Are we talking about the parent who's there daily? Or are we talking about what you consider the deadbeat dad?
we talking about the one that actually takes care of them. I'm not gonna, because remember I said life or death. So if you have a parent that's not prevalent in your life, and they come up trying to say this, that, and the third, nah, bro, you don't get to come say this, that, and the third just because, and we don't know what you own. That's potentially putting a child's life at risk, letting them just go with you or do what you said when you want to pop up and you feel like, and I'm talking about for the person that's actually taking care of them. I just want to remove the whole legal part away from it because you don't need no papers to bind you to no child. You was bound to the child when the child was created, and you chose not to have responsibilities yourself. But when you, as like I said, an uncle myself, at least for me, I am gonna be there and try to show them the other side of the wall because I don't want them to feel like, oh dang, my dad ain't here. I ain't got nobody to talk to or nobody not spending time with me. But on the same time, if you have that parent that is there, unless it's something that's putting you in danger, you gotta listen to your mama. I can't just go over and step over them just because.
See, and I think that's situational too.
That's why I said life or
Because
death.
like for me, and I'm not even gonna say life or death because I'm like, if they come to me and they're like, oh, can I go outside and go ride my bike or something? And then I'm like, oh yeah, you cool, go ahead. And then their mama's like, nah, I don't want them going outside, da 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 da. And I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna ask, like, I'm gonna be like, all right, like,
That's different. That's just like
whatever. But like,
that's regular basic stuff. I'm talking about like if they came to you with like a crazy decision, like something that you would have to have an adult conversation with, like, oh, I got such and such pregnant, and we about to abort the baby. Like you like before we even finish this conversation, did you even tell your mama or your daddy about
but
this
that ain't, I don't
or
see how mama's gonna have the last say so on that.
it's just like just you
Like, yeah,
can't
we gonna inform your mama.
because what you do is when
We
you
gonna stop right now.
you enable people to have more power or more ability than they should. So I would say if I went to go talk to my aunties and uncles, I'll talk to them. But if something came up where it was like, okay, that was a little bit too heavy, and I'm telling you this from personal experience, at some point it got to be put back into the hands of the appropriate people that's responsible or that's there. So if it's something that come up, you can't expect me to just sit with that and like basically help you get away with it because
Right,
I'm uncle.
right. Because, but I think that all relays in a relationship because, like, the type of uncle that you are, you cool, you're a fun uncle, but they know like you still a parent uncle, right? You got kids, and you're not gonna let them do something that you won't let your own kids get away with. You ain't gonna let them go out and be like, "Oh yeah, I went to Quick Trip and we was stealing all this stuff," and you gonna be like, "Hold on, what the hell you mean you was?" You gonna step in and say something, right? But then there's like the fun uncles who want to have fun or want to do this or don't want to apply any discipline in the child's life. And I feel like that's where it differs.
And that's where my problem come in at, and that's why I'm trying to unblur the lines so you understand, and so the listeners understand. The those type of people try to supersede the parent role by like, I'm the fun uncle. Okay, I know you got Shorty pregnant, or I know you be smoking. You can smoke with me. I'm not that uncle. I'm not that person.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying when I say superseding. So if your parent, told you don't be smoking, whatever. But then you get around me and you want to start smoking or whatever. I'm like, oh, I'm about to say something to your mama, my sister, because
Yeah, you're going to uphold her
yeah,
rule.
you know better. She told you. So like, don't come over here and doing that because now you causing us to have a problem.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not an adult.
Okay, we on the
Yeah,
same page.
that's what I'm saying when I say that. I'm not saying, don't make those decisions. Like if I'm like, I'm that uncle. Yeah, you gonna go outside. I'm gonna jump on the trampoline. Like if the kids was here now, and they was like, I'm gonna jump on the trampoline. And their mama was like, no, they ain't jumping on the trampoline. I'm like, they can go jump on the trampoline. Or if I'm here and your girls ask me to jump on a trampoline, I'm like, you can jump on a trampoline. I'm out here. And then you like, nah, they can't jump on a trampoline. I'm like, but I'm right here. Like, they ain't life ain't in danger. They cool. You do what you do. That's different because now we doing whatever. But if I'm like, yeah, I could jump on a trampoline, that's me like, okay, he trusts me to be out here and watch these girls, make sure they safe. They gymnasts. They ain't gonna break no legs. They, tuck and roll. So
Okay.
technically I'm uncle, but if like it truly came down to I said you can't go out there. Your dad said you can't go out there. I don't know why he said that, but you're his children. I'm uncle, I'm cool. We can find something else to do.
So let's move this because we jumped off key a lot here. From the original question.
Oh no, I answered that, and I just went down the genealogy of why I'm not cool with that or why I disagree with the whole dynamic of the kids saying, "Hey, I want to be there with my dad and you to be there on Father's Day." I just think that's an illusion.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be more of a trust thing?
It ain't got nothing to
like,
do
because
with
you gotta trust your spouse.
It ain't got nothing to do with trust. I trust you because I'm with you, and I already knew what I was getting into because you got a kid. You didn't conceive the child on your own. It's not me not trusting you. Oh well, you could be there too. It's just I don't want to feel uncomfortable in a situation because I'm here, and it's like you're being celebrated because I'm not a father. You are.
But is that your own personal insecurity at that point?
No, it's
that
not.
You're feeling uncomfortable because your current spouse is celebrating their child's father for being a good father.
I don't see why we even doing it. What are we doing it for?
Because I mean, look at the world today. It ain't a lot of good fathers.
It ain't.
So I mean, let me take that back because it's changed. Like, there's a lot of good fathers, but we still see a lot of absent father or absent parent.
It's not her job no more to uplift this man in fatherhood.
But regardless of if you're together or not, it's still a team. You have to raise a child together. You're still a team in some aspect.
I don't get drafted to the Celtics and win a championship and pay homage to the Lakers where I was.
But
I learned something while I was there. The head coach did give me some stuff. I went to another team. I don't share that championship with the Lakers.
I mean, you don't share the championship with them, but you may shout out your homie.
You might, but now it's not. It's my time. I went and made a commitment to another team. That's where I'm at.
How many players win a title, or how many actors get an Oscar and the first person they thank is my wife? Or
they'll give a shout out to a prominent acting coach or somebody, so you do that. But I'm saying they don't like all right, bro, you keep the trophy at your house. This is all thanks to you. This is just you. No.
But it's not giving the trophy, it's acknowledging they work in it and it's thanking them for their work in it.
You could do that.
Father's Day is about promoting that teammate.
But what I'm saying,
above and beyond, and in this aspect, it's the father.
But what I'm saying is, you don't go back there and do that. You do that where you are. You do that in Boston. You don't go back to LA to do that.
I see, and I'm gonna be 100% truthful with you. I 100% agree.
No, I'm just saying.
you ain't spending Father's Day with that nigga at all. I'm like, you better send him a thank you text. Thank you for being a part of your son's life. You want him today? Okay, I'll drop him off.
You can take care of yourself, and you better go feed yourself and buy yourself a gift,
right,
or whatever. Or if he got some money in a piggy bank, he bought you an action figure.
If he really that dope, you send his ass an Applebee's gift card. There we go. We good.
You can go with him.
He could have dinner with his son.
You can go tell him how good of a dad he is, but y'all not about to go together. It ain't got nothing to do with insecurity. And this is where if a woman heard this in today's day and age, I'm like, y'all sassy.
If the roles were reversed,
you don't,
and you told a woman, "Hey, I'm taking my baby mama out to dinner because she's been such a great mother," it's gonna be all hell breaking.
You wouldn't even be able to finish your sentence before it got crazy. Don't even. We not even. While we in the mode of flip flop, and we just have an episode where stuff is flip flop. Let's get you to see the broader picture, because we get so caught up in one subject and forget about all the things that make up the conversation or the building blocks. And this is just one of them. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not. And I just know off the top. If I said this to my wife right now, I know we wrapping it up, but if I said this to my wife right now, she'd be like, "No, you're not going over there to spend time with whatever," because why risk? Why put? It's not even saying you insecure. Why even bring up or make an insecurity appear? Because that's gonna make one appear. Like, why you want to do that? Why you gonna use the kid?
Y'all let us know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. Our 15 minutes are up, but we gonna catch y'all on the next episode. Peace.